These stories were meant to be fiction, but the future copied them almost perfectly. Welcome to the Curious 10, where imagination collides with reality, and the line between fiction and truth completely disappears. Today, we're uncovering 10 times fiction accidentally predicted the future. These weren't lucky guesses. These were books, movies, and stories that sounded impossible at the time, until technology, science, and society turned them into real life. So hit that subscribe button, because some of these predictions are impressive, and others are downright terrifying. 10. Video calls. Metropolis, 1927. Long before Zoom meetings and FaceTime calls, the 1927 sci-fi film Metropolis showed people communicating face-to-face through screens. At the time, phones were rare and massive machines. The idea of seeing someone while talking to them felt absurd. Fast forward to today. Video calls run businesses, relationships, and entire classrooms. What was once futuristic fantasy is now a daily inconvenience when your camera won't turn on. 9. Credit cards. Looking backward, 1888. In 1888, author Edward Bellamy imagined a future where people no longer used cash. Instead, they carried credit cards that tracked spending digitally. No paper money, no coins, just recorded transactions. Today, most of the world taps plastic or doesn't even carry wallets anymore. That prediction came over 130 years early. 8. Earbuds and wearable tech. Fahrenheit 451. Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 described tiny devices called seashells that people placed in their ears to listen to non-stop entertainment. Sound familiar? Modern earbuds, podcasts, audiobooks, and constant audio streams now follow us everywhere. People walk, sleep, and live plugged in. Bradbury wasn't predicting tech. He was warning about isolation. And somehow he got both right.
7. Autonomous vehicles, total recall.
In the 1990 film Total Recall, self-driving taxis navigate cities without human drivers. At the time, it looked like pure Hollywood fantasy. Today, self-driving cars exist. Autonomous delivery vehicles roam streets.
Ai pilots assister planes.
We're not fully there yet, but fiction clearly saw the road ahead before engineers did. 6. Artificial Intelligence, 2001. A Space Odyssey. HAL 9000 wasn't just a talking computer. It was an intelligent system that could reason, plan, and make decisions, sometimes better than humans. Back in 1968, that idea terrified audiences. Today, AI writes, speaks, analyzes, creates art, and makes decisions that affect millions of people. HAL's biggest warning wasn't intelligence. It was what happens when humans lose control of it. 5. Social media addiction. The Circle. In The Circle, a fictional tech company builds a platform where everything is shared. Privacy disappears. People measure value through likes, engagement, and visibility. When the book was released, it felt exaggerated. Now, social media tracks behavior, emotions, location, and habits. And validation comes in the form of numbers on a screen. The future didn't just arrive. It logged in. 4. Surveillance states. 1984. George Orwell's 1984 warned about a world where citizens were constantly monitored. Cameras, data collection, behavior tracking. At the time, it felt extreme. Today, surveillance cameras cover cities. Phones track movement. Data is stored, sold, and analyzed. Big Brother didn't need force. Technology did the job quietly. 3. Genetic engineering. Brave New World. Aldous Huxley imagined a future where humans were genetically designed before birth, optimized, categorized, and controlled. Today, gene editing like CRISPR allows scientists to alter DNA. Designer babies are no longer theoretical. The science exists. The ethics are still catching up. Huxley didn't predict technology. He predicted the moral dilemma. 2. Virtual reality worlds. Snow crash. Before VR headsets existed, Snow Crash described a shared digital universe where people worked, socialized, and lived through avatars. Today, virtual reality, metaverse platforms, and digital identities are becoming real economies. Work meetings, gaming worlds, digital land ownership. The question isn't if we'll live partially online, it's how much reality we're willing to trade. 1. Smartphones and global connectivity. Nikola Tesla, 1926. Tesla predicted a device that would allow people to communicate instantly across the globe, small enough to fit in a pocket. No wires, no distance. At the time, radios were massive machines. Today, smartphones control communication, navigation, finance, entertainment, and identity. Tesla didn't imagine apps, but he understood connection. Bonus, the most dangerous prediction, human behavior. The scariest part? Most of these predictions weren't about technology. They were about us. Our need for convenience, our addiction to connection, our willingness to trade privacy for comfort. Fiction didn't predict the future. It warned us about it. So what does this teach us? That imagination is often a preview. That today's fiction might be tomorrow's reality. And that the future isn't shaped by machines. It's shaped by human choices. If you enjoy uncovering the hidden connections between imagination and reality, subscribe to The Curious 10. Stay curious, stay aware, because sometimes the future has already been written.